What's going on for 2024? The Wrangler gets a gentle visual and tech update for 2024, with a refreshed grille and no less than 10 new wheel plans. Inside, another 12.3-inch infotainment show is standard in all cases, and replaces the more modest 5.0 and 7.0-inch screens from last year's Wranglers. The new presentation likewise includes Jeep's most recent infotainment programming, as well as remote Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The installed route framework incorporates planning for north of 2,000 paths, with the capacity to download considerably more. Jeep has coordinated a more strong dynamic commotion retraction element to assist with calming the lodge for calls. The module half-breed 4xe powertrain can now be had on Game and Rubicon X trims. Crossover models likewise gain a 3.6 kilowatt helper battery to run extras. Outline. Assuming you're the sort of individual who goes through ends of the week in nature, or maybe you simply need to seem as though you do, the 2024 Jeep Wrangler is a SUV that will take you pretty much any place you need to go. Jeep has made considerable progress from its tactical roots and offers a lot of common luxuries. And as a matter of fact, better quality trims could be called lavish. Presently, that doesn't be guaranteed to mean the Wrangler will get you a pillowy ride or back rub your posterior while heading to the trailhead. It's as yet a truckish thing, with street habits to coordinate. Its ride can be bumping over broken asphalt, and its controlling necessities consistent rectification just to keep it heading in an orderly fashion. Apparently, the Passage Mustang and the Toyota 4Runner are more refined choices with comparative capacities. Notwithstanding, Jeep offers a lot more powertrain choices than its opponents, remembering a fitting for crossbreed variation and a 470 HP V8 that is selective to the Rubicon 392 model. 24 Jeep Wrangler begins at $33,690 and goes up to $89,390. That is a wide scope of estimating. However, the base game trim level takes care of rough terrain idealists on a tight spending plan, while the top spec Rubicon 392 is worked for off-road speed monstrosities. We like remaining nearby the Wrangler's straightforward routes while keeping the cost toward the low finish of the reach, so we'd begin with the 4 entryway Wrangler, which comes standard with a removable material top. We would rather not go full the Second Great War. No frills, so we'd decide on the Willys trim for its additional hardware, which incorporates 17-inch wheels with 33-inch off-road tires, a locking back differential, drove outside lighting, and underlying helper switches so you can mount your own embellishments like a winch or a light bar. Past that, we'd spec the 270 HP 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-chamber for its 295 pound-feet of force, 35 pound-feet more than the standard V6. The 4-chamber likewise comes standard with an 8-speed programmed, a powertrain mix that ought to make for low-stress trail driving. Motor, transmission, and execution. The Wrangler can be had with one of 5 distinct powertrains, beginning with a 285 HP 3.6-liter V6 that can be matched with a 6-speed manual gearbox or a smooth-moving 8-speed programmed. A turbocharged 4-chamber motor is discretionary and collaborates with an electric engine to give extra low-end power. Yet this powertrain is just accessible with the 8-speed programmed. Notwithstanding the standard V6 and discretionary 4-chamber crossbreed, the Wrangler can likewise be outfitted with a 3.6-liter V6 with a comparative half-and-half help, a 375 HP module mixture 4xe powertrain, or a 6.4-liter V8. Wranglers are brought into the world rough terrain prepared, so part-time 4-wheel drive is standard across the reach and is constrained by a switch on the mid-control area. In our testing, a base 2-entryway Wrangler game with the V6 and the 6-speed manual transmission ran from 60 map in 6.1 seconds. An exceptional 4-entryway Sahara model with the programmed transmission carried out the thing in 6.8 seconds. With the 4-chamber crossover powertrain, the 4-entryway Sahara was somewhat faster at 6.5 seconds to 60 mep. The Rubicon model and the elevated Tide model, the two of which convey extra weight as heavier obligation going romping hardware, weren't so fast as the others in our testing. Execution at our test track shows that the Wrangler JL is significantly better contrasted, and the Pass model, however, it's only holding consistent with its opponents in certain measurements, despite the fact that its taking care of has improved. It's still truck-like in examination with the present refined SUVs and pickups. The ride in the 4 entryway is acceptably smooth over harsh surfaces, yet slowing down distances were conflicting between our 2 test vehicles. Range, charging, and battery duration. In the event that handling trails under electric just power is interesting to you, then, at that point, the 4X powertrain is the undeniable decision. The 17.0 kWh battery pack is said to give up to 25 miles of electric just driving, yet Jeep says that is enough for a couple of long stretches of low dash going romping. At the point when the battery runs out, the turbocharged 4-chamber can drive every one of the 4 wheels like an ordinary Wrangler, so you shouldn't need to be worried about being abandoned without a charge. Mileage and certifiable MPG. In this fragment of clunkers, it doesn't take a lot to be at the head of the class. The Wrangler's EPA efficiency gauges put it in front of opponents like the Horse and the 4Runner. The V6-controlled 4-entryway Wrangler Sahara returned a 20 mph gain result on our 75 mph interstate efficiency highway, 3 mph less than its EPA rating for roadway mileage. The turbocharged 4-chamber half-and-half model fared much better, conveying 26 mph, 2 mph more than anticipated. For more data about the Wrangler's mileage, visit the EPA's site. Inside, solace and freight. It's not the most extensive or obliging SUV accessible, yet the Wrangler gives a consistent mix of one-of-a-kind and present-day Jeep character. A telling perspective out and about, or trail, makes for simple mobility. However, the view aft is darkened by thick rooftop points of support, roll bars, and different snatch handles. Need a superior view? Simply pop the top and eliminate the entryways. Situated near the upstanding windshield, the driver and front seat traveler face a tight, made-right dashboard interspersed by round air vents and stout switchgear for the environment control framework, power windows, if prepared, and infotainment. As a task sprinter, the Wrangler offers sufficient space for food and stuff, however know that its back seats don't crease flush with the floor. As you would expect, there's a huge freight-dragging exchange away for going with the exemplary 2-entryway Wrangler versus the bigger limitless 4-entryway model. Fitting only 2 of our portable cases, despite the 2-entryway's good faith seat versus 10 for the 4-entryway, implies pressing light, assuming you're adventuring with companions. Infotainment and availability. Albeit the Wrangler can be had without fundamental familiar luxuries, for example, cooling and power windows, all models accompany a complete infotainment bundle. Its connection point, called Uconnect 5, is not difficult to utilize, fast to answer, and can be shown on a 12.3-inch touchscreen. Apple Vehicle Play and Android Auto are both norm and work remotely. There's installed route with north of 2,000 planned trails, as well as a functioning clamor-dropping component that assists with calming the lodge. Would it be a good idea for you want to accept a call while out and about? Well-being and driver help highlights. Jeep offers just a small bunch of discretionary driver help, includes, however, none of the cutting-edge gear that we hope to see on vehicles with sticker prices extending into the $40,000 in addition to and $80,000 in addition to ranges. For more data about the Wrangler's accident test results, visit the Public Interstate Traffic Well-Being Organization, NHTSA, and Protection Establishment for Thruway Security, IIHS, sites. Key well-being highlights include accessible vulnerable side checking, accessible back cross-traffic alert, accessible back stopping sensors, guarantee and upkeep inclusion. Jeep doesn't give Wrangler purchasers much to become amped up for concerning guarantee, with a standard bundle that incorporates restricted guarantee and powertrain strategies that toe similar line as its opponents. In any case, all models truly do accompany 3 years of free support. Restricted guarantee covers 3 years or 36,000 miles. Powertrain guarantee covers 5 years or 60,000 miles. 3 years of free planned support is incorporated.